You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, I guess it's not a surprise, guys, when it comes to the San Francisco Giants pushing Pride Night down your throats. San Francisco, man, a super woke city, pretty much, the capital of the LGBT movement in the United States. But when it comes to Major League Baseball, guys, there are players that are Christians, and they will not bend the knee to the alphabet mafia. They believe in the Bible, they believe in Jesus, and they do not believe in homosexuality. But for some reason, guys, these players are forced to wear these pride hats. Why? Why are you making these players wear pride hats? I thought that the Pride Month was all about being inclusive, but yet you force Christian players to actually wear these hats. If I was these players, I wouldn't do it. However, some of the ones that actually are still wearing hats, they're putting Bible verses on their hats. And that is the case with Giants player Landon Roop, as he put a Bible verse from the book of Genesis on his hat. And he had a message, man, from the media when they were asking him about the Bible verse. He had a message for the alphabet mafia. He said, "Read your Bible." He's standing on his faith. But of course, the media, they got to ask these questions. Like, they don't know why. Maybe the media is actually a bunch of atheists. I don't know. But if you do not bend your knee to the woke mob, they're going to question you. This should not even be a question. Actually, guys, this stuff shouldn't even be in sports. But it's been pushed down our throats pretty much in every league. Every league, guys. Now, you're not seeing NFL players being forced to wear pride hats and everything. No, you're not seeing it in the NBA. You're seeing it in baseball and in hockey. Now, I told you guys about this when it comes to black athletes. Black athletes are not down with this alphabet mafia stuff. They're just not. This is why I don't believe you see players in the NBA being forced to do this stuff. The same with the NFL. Even though the NFL season isn't around during Pride Month, but still, if they wanted to, they can push a Pride Night. But let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. So right over here, San Francisco Giants player counters LGBT Pride Night messaging with Bible verse on cap. It's about God's covenant. A few San Francisco Giants players displayed their disagreement on Friday with the LGBTQ messaging leftists push every June for so-called Pride Month. Most of the Giants players wore rainbow logos on their hats for Pride Night's game on Friday, but starting pitcher Landon Rupp also wrote a Bible verse on his cap, the New York Post reported. And he actually wrote Genesis 9:12 through 16, because it's about God's covenant and a promise he makes to us, his faithfulness and his mercy. Talking about after the flood. I talked about this before in other videos. Now, if you guys want a bigger picture here, you can see right there, he wrote it on the side of his pride hat that he was forced to wear. But here is the interview here, folks, with the media, where they're asking him about why did he actually do that? And by the way, I believe it was like 3 other players also that pretty much staged the protests against the pride stuff. But anyway, Let's play this.
Specific chapter and verse that you have?
Yeah, 12 through 16. It's just about God's covenant and a promise that He makes to us, that His faithfulness and His mercy, and it's just kind of something I believe in, and I stand firm in that. And thankfully, we live in a country where we have the freedom to believe what we want. So yeah, and express what we want.
You hadn't written that previous time. Why was it important to make that known tonight?
Kind of what the verse says. The rainbow is a symbol of God's covenant to us, and us as believers stand firm in that. But it's not anything, it's like there's no hate at all. It's just what I stand for and what I stand in. I believe in God, and yeah, that's me.
Leonard, I can say there's no hate, but there might be some members of the LGBTQ plus community that might, consider that, as a hateful message in this context. What would your response be to that? What would your response be to that, in to use the Bible verse in this context, within this month? What would you say if somebody considered that, maybe derogatory towards them as a community?
I would just, first of all, as a believer, I would, push them to read the Bible. I think, God has blessed me in so many ways, and I don't think I'd be here right now if it wasn't for Him. So, yeah, like I said, there's no hate in it at all. We're, like I said, we live in a country where you're welcome to believe what you want. There's freedom of speech and stuff like that. So that's really all I have to say about that. I'm just thankful that God's put me in this situation, and that I can go out and share His kingdom.
Yeah, you guys heard that. Folks, I believe eventually, man, these Pride nights are going to go away. As more and more athletes feel more comfortable coming out and saying, yeah, I don't really agree with this, I think it's going to go away in Major League Baseball and in hockey, especially hockey. I believe hockey is going to be the first one. Okay. A lot of those players, they really ain't down with this stuff. Okay. They're not. But it's really gotten out of control, guys. But San Francisco, super leftist city, the LGBT capital, in my opinion, that's how far left San Francisco is. Just is. But hey, pretty base answer right there. Read your Bible. Yeah. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time. Welcome to blackwhitenetwork.com. School is out. We're running a sale, 17% off everything in the merch store, guys, including our new Freedom shirt that is normally $29.97, but you get 17% off, including hats also as well. Our best-selling shirt is our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition with the America 250 flag on the back. We're getting close, guys, to the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. We also have other merch in the merch store, including hoodies, zip-up hoodies, hats, America 250 hats at that, other merch as well. And don't forget to become members, guys. $10 a month. You sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. We do appreciate it. You can donate directly on the website, $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.